Okay. All right. This is my first video. My first video upload to YouTube, and maybe other platforms as well too. So this bike has garnered a lot of attention. This is essentially an SX 500 frame with the eFTR plastics. Um, you can buy these. You can buy these separately from Razor. You just have to give them a call. I think they're about 40, maybe $60 a set. So I bought a few sets. There's one set here, set there, and then there's a few more sets up there. I like the way they look. Anyway, it's an SX500 frame with eFTR plastics. I painted the frame in swing arm black. I guess we can just start at the swing arm here. So, the swing arm, it's a 9-inch swing arm. It's made by Royce Ramirez. He essentially builds them from scratch. He's really well done, really well known in the community. There are there are other options out there now for swing arms, but none of them come in a 9-inch form. So this has to be custom. There's a sprocket that I ordered from Electric & Co. This I believe is made by they sub out the work to Rebel Gears. It's a 62 tooth. It's a 62 tooth 420. 420 chain. This is the front sprocket. It's a 10 tooth, and it originally comes with a 428 front sprocket, but I switched it to a 10 tooth. I'm sorry, I switched it to a 420 because I wanted the gearing proper. The gearing right now is 1062. If I were to have stuck with the 428, it would have been a 14. I think something like a 76 back there, which is just ridiculously looking. I mean, that thing is just massive. So I downsized the chain to a 420H, and I ended up getting a 6.2 to 1 gearing. The motor is a QS 16550H, made available by Midwest Mini Mods. The wheels are 12-inch Sumos. They were also purchased from Midwest Mini Mods. Um, let's see. Let's move into the front here. I have some CNC brake levers from Alibaba or AliExpress. I ordered these in bulk. I usually order about 5 or 6 sets of theyese guys, so they're lot cheaper that way. I have a very basic, um, I guess you could call it a fake surround style throttle. I took them apart. I took the surround ones apart, and I took this one apart, and really there's no difference. I mean, they operate the same way, they feel the same. I believe the certain ones they have some proprietary casting, but they operate the same way. These things were about $12. The certain ones were about 40. So I also buy these in bulk as well too. I buy these guys in maybe groups of 10. Basic voltmeter. This guy goes up to I think 100 volts. They have ones that go up on 120, and I'm looking for those. Um, couple of switches there. We have the light switch, and then we have the 3-speed switch. I have some CNC clamps. No, these are not the Sam Yellett ones, but they essentially are. He orders them from the same place I get them from. Get them from bulk from Alibaba as well too. The fork size is 580 millimeters. So I was debating between whether or not I should get 580 or 600. I have some 600 as well too. I wanted to keep the profile of the bike low, and I essentially wanted it slammed. And if I would have put the 600s on there, I would have had to have the tubes peeking up over here about 3 centimeters in. I didn't want that, so I went with the 580s. I have some rigamajig, Jimmy Rig LED lights here. I'm gonna 3D print a bracket that to get this thing a lot better looking. Probably 3D print and design a housing to go over this while still allowing me a little bit of flexibility to kind of angle the lights here. Brake caliper That's an ATV brake caliper with the custom bracket. And my rear is a motorcycle brake. I'm going to change the caliper bracket on this guy to have it come down a little further because I don't like how high it's sitting. If I were to slam on the brakes and it grips hard enough, this thing will, I'm afraid it might bend. So I'll probably get this guy a little lower. It's the technical term is to lower the moment force. Um, so the battery here, I don't want to take this off, but I guess I'll just explain. I cut all this off so that I can get some easier wire management here. I do this to almost all my builds here. Just open right up. It frees the battery up to cool off a little bit. Yeah. So the battery is a Molicel P42A pack. It's 88 volts and 270 amps, I believe. The controller that I have, not that you can see it, but it is a Volto EM150-2P. It's rated at 150 amps, but it's not software locked. So I crank it up to 250 and it's holding. So yeah, Volta controllers, they can handle a lot of power and a lot of overvolting. The rated voltage on this guy, I believe, is 96 volts, but I've put 96 volt on 72 rated voltos before. Yeah, so that's the controller. Cover the battery, cover the motor. The inspiration to build this guy. Essentially, I wasn't quite happy with the way this one came out because I had it and I just kind of slapped together whatever I had on it. I didn't really think about a theme. I just threw together whatever parts I had. I mean, it still came out looking pretty nice and pretty unique, but it wasn't quite to my liking here. This is a Burromax TT 1600R front headlight. And the reason why I got that is because the original, the gas powered FTR has a headlight very similar to that. Anyway, yeah, so I didn't like the color scheme of it. I didn't like that red or maroon, whatever color you want to call that. I didn't like the silver forks here. So I was like, you know what, I can do a better one. So I ended up doing a stealth build here. Yeah, I still need to kind of get the tune down. Right now, there's some kind of hard limit on the tune. It's preventing me from going past 55 miles an hour, and this thing should be launching me up to well over 80, 85 miles an hour. Anyway, so this is my eFTR build. It's garnered a lot of attention online. I think it's perhaps one of the most unique builds out there. Usually, you see a lot of SX500s, MX 650s, but you very rarely you come across an eFTR. And if you do come across an eFTR, it's essentially a very basic build. They do minimal mods on it, just because it's more expensive. The eFTRs, I think I bought this one for my first one. I mean, I think I bought this one on Marketplace for about 450 bucks, and that's just more than what other people want to spend. And then I learned that you can buy the plastics by themselves, so that's what I did. Turned an SX500 frame into my eFTR build, and hope you guys enjoy this content. I'm going to put up more. You see all the other builds that I have here. Each and every one of these guys is upgraded. Almost pretty much fully built. 72 volts, 88 volts, 48, 52. Nothing stock here. Except maybe this Suron here. This Suron is a slow piece of shit. Here's my B2, bomb motor B2. This guy's I think pushing around 18 kilowatts continuous and like 26 to 27 peak. I mean, it's just more power than really anybody needs, but I like it. Yeah, so I'll be going over more of the builds. Stay tuned for more content. Again, this is my first post, and hopefully more to come.